I have to confess, I struggled to make this video. As I initially sat down, eager to start this new project, I thought it would be easy. As this video was a continuation of the manifesting delay video, I'd already written out the outline. But as I began to work out the details, my mind went blank. Typically, when I relax, ideas stop flowing, and if I get stuck, I switch to creating the artwork, as this was fun for me. But this time, I struggled to get inspired and failed to match the words to the pictures. What was going on? Even my failsafe of lying down and getting into a dreamlike state didn't work. After several days, I began to get worried. Did this mean I couldn't create any more videos before I'd even started? But one night, I awoke with a revelation. I was doing everything wrong. When I started this channel, I knew I wanted to teach creatively, but I was uncertain if the manifesting community would like this animation style. So in the beginning, I was focused on playing with ideas and developing my technical and creative skills. But as people began to watch my videos with a positive response, I got into my head, over-analysing and getting obsessed with daily views and subscriber accounts. So when I started this video, I put too much pressure on myself to succeed, like an author failing to write a second book. Therefore, I was missing my original intent of creating unique videos to help people. In this video, I'll explain why the core theme behind this story is the number one reason for delaying your manifestations and how to fix it. So what is the theme that underlies our negative thinking? The main reason for our manifestation delay is that we've put our desire on a pedestal. You see, it doesn't matter what the desire is, like wanting the love of our life or manifesting our dream job. We believe this desire is more important than us. But why do we do this? We believe we are incomplete until we receive our desires, because we think they will make us happy. For example, we believe we need to find a mate to feel loved. We must have money to feel prosperous. We then make up multiple reasons why we can't have our desires. For example, I can't have this house because I don't have the money, the job because of where I live, the lover because of my body. We make these excuses because we believe we are not worthy of our desires. And when we hear phrases like, "I want never gets," "you are out of your league," and "you're getting above your station," we start believing in our unworthiness. At this point, we begin to accept our fate and lower our expectations and stop dreaming. So over time, we go through a cycle of hope and despair, but each time the pain gets progressively worse. Along with believing our desires are more important than us, our logical brain likes to categorize our desires according to their hardness. Thus, we believe that the bigger it is, the harder it is to receive. Manifesting delay often happens when we want something specific, like desiring a particular partner or winning the lottery, because we are adding extra pressure on ourselves. When we don't see our desires manifesting, we start believing too much in the 3D, the physical world. Our thoughts and feelings become tied by what we see and hear rather than what we want. We then might look for evidence that our desires are coming. We could be stalking our ex's social media, hoping they were writing about us. For me, this was when I kept checking my analytics on YouTube. But all this does is keeps us in a state of wanting, rather than being in a state of having our desire. Because if we don't like what we see, we go back into a state of despair, fear and lack. The above examples are like the analogy of planting a seedling and then digging it up to see how it's growing. It never works. So we resort to massive action, not because we feel inspired, but out of fear and scarcity. For example, we might send a text to our ex, asking if they miss us and aren't still in love with us. Or if we are looking for a new job, we apply for hundreds of vacancies, but because we did this out of desperation, we had little chance of getting an interview. To change your story, the first thing you need to change is your perspective on how you view your world. Your desires on a pedestal, thinking they are more important than you, are more difficult to receive because you believe they are separate from you. But everything in your world, the people, places, and events, are an extension of you. You create them by your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about yourself and your world. They are all you. You are the star of the movie. The others are just supporting roles. As far as your subconscious goes, all desires are the same. It's only you that defines its difficulty. Think of the famous phrase by Abraham Hicks, "It is easy to create a castle as a button. It's just a matter of whether you're focused on a castle or a button." So as this is your world, you make the rules on what you can have, regardless of the circumstances. You decide how hard or easy it is to receive. So why not make your life easy for yourself and say the following mantra? Manifesting is so easy. I always get what I want. To remember, try to stop focusing on how your desire might come to you. It's not your job. If you were the CEO of your company, you wouldn't be worried about how everything in your company gets done. Instead, you would state what you want and then let your minions do the rest. Well, you are the CEO of your world, so get out of your way. So what is the quickest way to change your story? The answer is to think more like a child, to have a childlike attitude. Most children, especially toddlers, think in the present moment and focus on the simplest things. They don't worry about the past or what might happen the next day, let alone the following year. Remember how long your summer holidays felt. They have no limits on what they want. One day they might wish to become a doctor, and the next day a dancer or even a pilot. To them, each job is the same. And they most likely won't say things like, "I mustn't do this because of what they might think." They ignore what other people think, as they don't care and don't have hang-ups. Might appear counterintuitive, but try to let go and detach from your desire. It doesn't mean giving up on your desire. It just means letting go of the wanting of it, because you already have it. You merely can't see it yet. One way you can do this is by letting go of timescales. I know you can manifest on a time crunch, but if it's not essential, don't worry about when your desire might arrive, because when you do, you are thinking about receiving it in the future, implying that it will always be in the future, so it never arrives. Remember, manifesting is about changing who you are to become a new version of yourself that has their desire. It's not about manifesting the desire itself. So if you want love, be a person who is already loved. Then your desired relationship will follow. Be happy now, be abundant and healthy now, and then your world will reflect your inner being. No exceptions. Finally, manifesting should be fun, not a chore. It's just a lifestyle where you get to have the life of your dreams. So see yourself as a phoenix, rising out of the ashes as a new, complete you, and watch your desires flow into your life. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again.